Hello everyone, I would like to show you how to use DataCabinet to administer nbgrader projects to your class, and this builds on our previous video where we showed how DataCabinet can be used to build projects based on Conda environments. Please view that video if you have not seen that video, and here I'm assuming that there is a project already made and I've pre-populated some source files. So let me show you how we could use DataCabinet and Jupyter to administer nbgrader projects. So to start off, after we create this project, we'll have to install some prerequisites. So let's go and install those. So first thing we need to install is nbgrader itself. So we'll do a pip install nbgrader, and after that we will. So this is in the context of the project coding the matrix 3. So it's already installed. So it's saying that it's the requirement is satisfied. So now we'll go and enable it in the UI. So I have already done it. So once you do it, you might have to refresh your page for the UI to get upgraded with nbgrader stuff. So this is the command to, and make sure you use user, because otherwise it will try to put nbgrader in the system path, which won't work because of permission issues. And after you have installed the extension, then we'll have to enable the UI extension. So once you have enabled the UI extension, so we'll have to refresh. So log out and log in back at this point if you want to see a changed UI, which enables for nbgrader things with the UI. Most of the stuff will be with command line, so we won't require that anyways. So here we are also enabling the server extension for nbgrader. So we'll do the same thing for server extension. So once you have all these, then we need to run this command nbgrader -- generate config. So this will generate an empty config, so which we have already created. So let me show you this will generate a config called nbgrader config.py. It's a Python file. So let me show you that config nbgrader config.py file. So everything is commented out. The only relevant lines are the first 3 lines. So you have to put the course ID in this format, and then you have to put a transfer app exchange directory, which should be writable. So this directory share coding the matrix 3 should be writable by everyone who needs access to these assignments. Another way to do this is to just zip the folder and send it out to students, but this is a more elegant way that we can just share the file system. So let's go and so after you have written these 3 lines into the config file, we are ready to use nbgrader. So let me show you a few commands on nbgrader. So nbgrader so first of all, nbgrader, the way you create an assignment, I'll show you how to write the Python file, but let me show you the directory structure. So you create a source directory where you have the chapter 0 is the assignment directory. So this is the name of the assignment, and then you have the name of the assignment as a Python file as well. So this is how you need to populate the assignment. So I'll show you later how to write this assignment, but this is and then after you have this assignment done, you have to do some other things, like you have to tell nbgrader. So nbgrader also contains of a database file. So it has a local database where you can do auto grading and form grading and all sorts of stuff, but we'll only go up till the point you can share the assignment and students can access that assignment. So once you have the assignments populated, you will need to add this assignment to the database. So you will have to do nbgrader assignment add chapter 0. So this will add the assignment to this gradebook.db. And after you have done that, you will have to also oh, sorry, I missed a db here. So you have, the command is a db. So once you have this, then you will also have to add a student to this. So in this database, you can also maintain a list of students. So you can add a student, let's suppose Adam. So you added a student, and you can also list all the students and all the assignments. So there is a few other things you can do here. So so for example, you want to see a list of all students, then you'll do a list Adam. This has a lot of other functionality, like manual grading, distributing grades and other things, but we'll not go into that here. So there are two students right now. One is Pankaj Kumar 229 and one is Adam. So we'll only go through to here. Now let me show you how to actually fill up the Python file, the Python notebook. So here in the so here we'll go to the source and we'll go to source and we'll go to, come on, so it's taking a little while, but so I'm trying to open the IPython notebook where the assignment is. So this is already a populated assignment where the solutions are also there. So that's how you create an assignment, but nbgrader takes all the burden of converting the assignment to a non-graded version and then distributing the assignments to students. So let's see how this looks like. It's taking a little bit longer, possibly because this is working. So this is another login with another project. So let's just bring up the project with for another user. This user will be the one using the assignment. So this is the original assignment which I'm trying to distribute. So this will open up now. We had a little bit of a glitch. This should become much faster very soon. So let's, okay, it's still opening it. So let's see. So here I've already created for the student. So this is not the so here this is a new directory, a new folder altogether. So here also we'll have to do certain things before we can get the Python file. So now the Python notebook has come up. So let's see how you write. So the way you write an assignment in nbgrader is something like this. So but this view is only available when you enable this view. So to enable this view, you have to select this create assignment view. Otherwise, for example, if you are in a different view, then it will look very different. So if you want to have the look of creating an assignment, then you do create assignment, and here you have once you have this, then the way you write an assignment, like a programming assignment, is something like this. So you have the real solution, but you put it in a begin solution, end solution block, and the student is expected to fill this up, and you are expected to just assert this and then grade it yourself. And here there are multiple problems in multiple cells, and they all have IDs and points and everything. So you can, so after you have done this, then you have to release this assignment. So let's change this assignment a little bit. So for example, let's put another assert here. So we will put another assert here, and we'll, so instead of 4, 6, let's make it 5 and 7. So this should be 6 and 9, right? So now once we save it, save and checkpoint, and now we want it to be released to students. So we have made a modification in our assignment, and we want to assign it to students. So we'll go back, and what we'll do is we'll go to running, we'll open the terminal back, and now we will do a assign chapter 0. So assign, I think this is it. Maybe we'll have to do a force, because so the assign is actually compiling the assignment, taking out, doing a lot of other things. So for example, if you see this is the directory that it actually created. So we'll go to this directory and see what it actually did. So we'll go to this release directory, and in this release directory we'll have another notebook which it just created. So let's wait for it to come up, and okay. So it takes a little longer to come up right now, but that will get fixed soon. In the meantime, we can also, okay, it seems to be coming up. Okay. So the file system is a little slow, that's why it's taking longer to come up, but that should be fixed soon. Okay, so if you see this one, oh, it did not actually show up. But if you see this one, this is your code here. I think the problem was that we did not use a dash force, and it saw that there is already something, so it did not really create anything. So let's do a dash force here. Oh yeah, it did skip the assignment because it was already there. So now we'll do a dash force. So it removed the existing one, and then it's creating a new one. So now if we go back, and we go back here, and we go back to this one. So let's see what, but this one was already deleted. So let's see how our guy handles it. Okay, so now if you see our other tuple is also here. So now you could just zip this and send it to students, but a better way to do it is through the transfer app directory, and the way to do that is to release the assignment. So we'll go ahead and release the assignment now. So let's okay. So after assign, we release the assignment. Okay, so as long as the students know the transfer directory, then your assignment is released and the students can get it. So see here, here if you see, this went to the shared directory. So as long as the students know what this directory is, then they can just copy this directory. So now this assignment is released. Let's see how a student will access it. So here is the student account, and this is a fresh account, nothing has been installed on it. So let's go ahead and install the dependencies. So the student account will install nbgrader first. So it's installing nbgrader, and okay, and then it will also do the usual steps of installing NB extensions and server extensions, and then generating the config. So let's just do that. Jupyter NB extension install -- user nbgrader. Okay, and then we'll do a Jupyter NB extension enable. Make sure this is a user and not a system, because otherwise this will not work. And also enable user dash. Now we'll do a nbgrader dash generate config, and we will oh, it does not like this. So we'll have to populate this. So the way we'll populate it is c is equal to get. Okay. So the way we get that to work is you could do that in the Jupyter Python file as well, but grader course. So here we need to know what the exchange directory is. So this is, if you see, this is different from this user ID. So this is from a different user who is actually supplying the homework. So as long as you have this, then now you can just do a nbgrader fetch chapter 0. And you can also do, after you have the assignment, you can also submit from right here. So whoa, you get your assignment right here and you can start working on the assignment. So let's see how the assignment looks like to the student. So so this is what the student will get, and the student gets the assignment. Let's set kernel to coding the matrix. Just set the kernel to the same kernel as the name of the project. And now if you see this is a problem, right? You don't see the the headers. So the way we'll fix this is you'll put this and you'll get all the headers. And if you see, to a student, this area is not implemented. He has to implement it himself, he or she, and then he can just go back, and after he's done, he can just go back and submit the assignment as well. So we can do something like our form grade or 0 or maybe validate. So he has filled up nothing, right? So it should all be valid. So we will do a nbgrader validate chapter 0, and then he doesn't have like okay, so now, but it should come out with an error that, okay, what is this error? No kernel, no such kernel named coding the matrix 3. No such kernel named coding the matrix 3. Oh, okay, sorry. We'll have to change the kernel here because the kernel is from the other from the other guys. So we'll change the kernel here. Coding the matrix. Set kernel. And then we'll couldn't find a kernel. Okay, set kernel and save and checkpoint. Okay, now can it run it? Let's see. Okay, it's running it. Now let's go back and oh, it's not running that. Let's see. We did not probably save, so success. Your notebook passes all the tests. Well, validate does not give you any much information here, but when you submit, and because we did not really put the grades properly, but if you run it and if you create it properly, it will validate, and then you can the instructor can grade it properly. So that was it. Thank you for watching.